Hello and welcome everyone. I'm so glad that we are meeting again. Today's topic which I'm going to cover is flow of control in Python. So let's learn together and I hope that you all are following my blog nopythonbytes.blogspot.com. So let's see what are the contents in this and in the syllabus of 12 computer science. It is there in unit 1 and in unit 2 for 11 computer science as well as 11th IP. The contents which we are going to learn in this video: types of statements, introduction to flow of control, conditional statements, if else, if else, and then some simple programs will be there which we will discuss later, and iterative flow of control. We will learn about for loops, while loops later, maybe in the next video, and some of the programs which we will discuss. So let us begin with the first topic, types of statements. Types of statements, there are of three types which we will cover: empty or null statements, simple or single statements, compound statements. Now, what are statements? Statements are simple general instructions which we give to the computer to perform any kind of action. Like when we are writing any code or any instruction on the Python prompt, so that is a statement which you write. Like data movements, making decision, repeating actions, etc. Or a very simple statement which you have learned, like if you write on the prompt a is equal to 10, this is a statement. Printing a, this is also a statement. So these are simple or single statement. So let us see the three types of statements: empty statement or null operation statement, something which does nothing. We want at certain point of time in our program where we don't want to do anything, but a statement we need which will just pass and which will do nothing. So pass is a statement which does nothing. So this is known as empty statement or null operation statement. Simple or single statement, any single executable statement is a simple statement, which just now I showed you, that a is equal to 10 or a is equal to 10 plus 20 and print a. So these are all simple statements, simple and single statements. Now compound statement. Compound statements are what? When a group of statements are executed as a one single unit, that makes compound statement. That is, several statements will be there under a block. Now compound statement, what it has particularly, it has a header line and a body. Header line which begins with a keyword and ends with a colon, and a body which consists of one or more Python statements. And the statements which will be there in the body, they must be indented inside the header line. Now how it will look, and all the statements which you are writing, they should be at the same level. If you see this example, I have given one if. This is a keyword if, and then I have given a condition a greater than 0, colon will tell you that now my block or my body will start, and then the indented lines, the gap which you have given, this is known as indentation. So the indentation which you have given for this print statement as well as this print statement, and both the indented statements are at the same level, then they make the body of this header line, this if condition. So this is the if block, if condition. The if block contains, the body contains two statements. That makes a compound statement. Now if condition can have a single statement, can have two statements, can have multiple statements, or maybe you can give a pass statement. So when many statements are there, then it is a compound statement. Like when there is a keyword, a condition and a colon, and then a block starts which is indented at the same level, so that makes a compound statement. So we will learn about this later. Now, flow of control, control structures, control flow of statements or constructs in a program. What are they? We will see, and we will be learning about this and the different types of flow of control: sequence, selection, which is also known as conditional or decisional, where we have simple examples like if else, if elif, nested ifs. And then we have iterative or looping construct, where we will see these examples of for loop and while loop. Now let's understand what is flow of control. What is the flow of control? Whose control? What kind of flow? The flow is, it is the way or the order of execution. That is, when you have written a program, when there are several lines in a program, the control, that is the interpreter in a Python or compiler in C, C++, or in any other program, whatever language processor is there, when it executes these statements line by line. So suppose it starts from the first statement, the beginning, so it will execute the first statement, and then it will move to the next statement, then it will move to the third statement, it will execute one by one. So this is the flow of execution, that is the flow of control. So flow of control means the flow of execution, the way or the order in which the program statements get executed. So in a program, statement may get executed sequentially, selectively or iteratively, and that is the flow of control, the three types of flow of control which we will see now. So I've tried to explain it diagrammatically that every program language, they support these flow of control, or we can say constructs. So what are the types of constructs? The first one is sequence. Sequence is, if you can see from this diagram, this picture, that the water flows from higher level to lower and then again to the lower level and moves on in a simple by default flow. So the default flow of anything is from top to bottom. So if you just see that in a mountain also, the water flows from top to bottom, right? So here also you can see that the water is coming sequentially one after another, step by step. So this is sequence flow of control, sequential. The second one is selection, conditional or decisional. That is, we have examples if else, if elif, nested ifs. Now how is it? Here the condition, suppose there is a river, and here the river bifurcates into two parts. So you are coming in a boat from this side. Now you have to decide at this point of time that you will move towards the right or towards the left. So at this juncture you have to decide, or the condition is there, or you have to select the path. So that is why here we say that this is conditional, where we have two ways to go. Either you can move towards a path which says true, or to another path which says false. So suppose one side is going towards city and another side is going towards forest. So you have to decide that whether you want to go towards city or whether you want to go towards forest. You cannot move in both the directions simultaneously, right? Because your boat cannot move in the right direction and the left direction at the same point of time. So here you have to decide. So these kind of situation in a program, when you will encounter, you will see that we will be using if else, if elif, nested ifs. Then moving on to iteration or looping. Iteration or looping, where we have for loop and while loop. If you can see in this picture, the water is there around a mountain. Now if I ask you that you move in a rounded fashion in this path 10 times, so the same path you will move the same path 10 times. Or if I say that you move in this path in loop until you meet your friend. So it may happen that after 5 loops or maybe after 100 loops you will get your friend. So till you meet your friend you will keep on moving. So maybe at the 14th loop you will meet your friend and then you will stop moving. So there are two types of loops here, we will learn later. That one is, I'm saying that you move 10 times, so that is, the fixed value. Or if I say that you have to move in the loop 20 times or maybe 25 times, whatever. So you will move that number of time. And the second way is, I'm saying that you move in the boat in this rounded way, in this loop, till you meet your friend. So I have given a condition. So this is looping. When you move for the first time, this is first loop, or we say first iteration. Second time, that is second loop or second iteration. Third time, third loop, the third iteration, right? So let's see these in details and let's learn. So the first type of flow of control is the sequence construct. That is the default construct, which goes sequentially. It is the default flow statement. And sequence construct means statements are executed sequentially from top to bottom. Statement 1 and then statement 2 and then statement 3, like life cycle of a man, and it cannot move in the reverse direction, right? So every program begins with the first statement of the program. When the final statement of the program is executed, the program is done. And by default, till date, whatever we have learnt is sequence flow of control. Now second one, the selection one, which I said that the river bifurcates into two and you have to decide at that point that which way you have to move. So selection construct means the execution of statements depending upon a condition test. If you see from this flow chart, there is a condition. If the condition is true, yes, then one set of statement gets executed. If the condition is no, false, then another set of statements gets executed. And later they meet the main program itself. So if a condition evaluates to true, a course of action is followed, otherwise another course of action gets followed. And it helps in decision making process. Which set of statements is to be executed, true or false. Moving on to the third type, that is in loop. Here if you can see that on the road the car is moving in a loop. So how many times the loop is going to move? So iteration means repetition. Iteration construct means repetition of set of statements depending upon a condition test till the time of condition is true or false depending upon the loop. So if you can see from the flow chart that the set of statements which are there inside the loop body will get executed again and again till the condition is true. So if the condition is true, it will execute these two statements, again it will come back. Can be one statement, can be two statements, can be multiple statements, can be no statements. But if the condition is true, it will enter the block. It will execute this block. Again if the condition is checked, if it is true, it will again enter and again it will execute these statements. So likewise it will move on in the loop until the condition becomes false. Once the condition is false, you move out. So this is what looping is. A set of statements are repeated again and again, are executed again and again. So iteration is also known as looping. Always remember this.